Hello, 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 all of my Sagittarians of the galaxy. What going on, y'all? What's happening? It's your girl, Tracy, with Ascension 225, a tarot and oracle. And we are here to do your May, well, the first 2 weeks of May. How about that? 2026. And we want to know what messages Spirit and your Spirit team has for you during these first 2 weeks of May. Can you believe it's May already, Saggies? What going on? I don't know. Time going fast, though. That's all I know, baby. But anyway, we're grateful for this moment. And I would just ask that you find a nice, comfy spot where you can relax, relate in order to receive. Do not force the messages to fit because this is a general reading. If you do need a personal reading, please feel free to hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com and at least give me 24 hours to get back to you, and we will get your appointment booked. All the information, additional information, is down in the description box, my rates and all that other good stuff. Okay, all right. Like I said, this is a general reading. Don't force the messages to fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. All right. And let's see, what else for housekeeping? Yeah, do your girl solid. All right. Before we get started, ring my bell, ring my doorbell, so I can get that residual or reciprocal energy that we are sending to each other. All right, which helps me be able to tap into your energy that much better. So do your girl solid and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel to continue to grow, and yeah, helps me tap into your energy as well. All right, Sag, I hope you're in that comfy spot because we're ready to get ready. All right, so I want to start off with a charm. I was doing a reading last night. I did your opposite sign, and that is of Gemini, and I couldn't think of what these were called. I was calling them everything under the sun except for charm. So let's see what charm the Spirit want you to see at this time. I can't find my tweezers, so I'm going to stick these in here and just grab something. All right, what do we have here? What is this? Oh, okay. All right, so let me show you what this is. So cute. Can you see this, Sagittarius? It looks like a panda bear. Reminds me of that song, Panda, Panda, Panda. But anyway, this is a panda bear. Okay? And I'm going to find out what the significance of a panda bear is on a spiritual note, so hold tight. All right, Sag, I need you to listen up. This is the spiritual significance of a panda, or seeing a panda. All right? It says the panda spirit animal symbolizes peace, gentle strength, and emotional balance, often appearing to guide you toward patience and slowing down to focus on your goals. It also encourages self-care, maintaining personal boundaries, and adopting a positive, cheerful outlook. And it also represents the harmonious blend of your yin and your yang, all right, your feminine and your masculine energies, so which means that you're more balanced, all right, and harmonious. I love that. And you know, seeing this cute little panda charm, Sagittarius, don't forget that we just talked about this guy and what it represents, because we're going to see this again. Okay, so hold tight. All right, so we're going to start off with the oracle cards first, and then we're going to pull some tarot for you. Okay, so today is the 30th of April, and in the month of May, not only are we smack dab in Taurus season, but then comes your alter ego, or your opposite sign of Gemini's season in May, okay? But what was I going to say? Shoot. Damn, I forgot. Damn, menopause. Okay. But what I was going to say is that in the month of May, there are actually 2 full moons. Normally, during any given month, there is only 1 full moon. But in the month of May, there are 2. So tomorrow is the 1st of May. And there is the full moon. It's called the flower moon, which designates spring is really here in full force, with all of everything blooming and coming to life around you. All right. And at the end of the month, I believe on the 30th or the 31st, we also have another full moon. And I think that's called the blue full moon. I don't know the significance of the blue full moon, but as it gets closer, we'll talk more about it. All right. Okay. So what does a full moon mean, Sagittarius? A full moon is all about tapping into your intuition, all right? Becoming more aligned with your higher self, being intentional in finding balance and releasing negativity and all that does not jive with your spirit vibing higher, okay? It's also about renewal and spiritual rejuvenation, all right? So I love that. So since tomorrow is a full moon, I've got 2 full moon cards for you, or 2 moon cards for you, I might say. And the first message that came out for you is new moon in Taurus, all right? New moon in Taurus. I believe that a new moon in Taurus would be sometime in Scorpio season, since the opposite of a Taurus is a Scorpio, and new moons are typically your opposite sign, okay? So something might happen in September or in the fall. It says the earth's nurturing. It says focus on grounding and nurturing yourself and those around you, tapping into the Taurus sensual and steady energy, and we are in Taurus season right now. Taurus is all about beauty and love and sensuality and sex and comfort and good food, because Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. And then your second message is birth moon, your lunar legacy. The birth moon card reveals the moon's phases and zodiac sign at the moment of your birth. It offers insights into your innermost self, including your instincts, your emotions, and relationships. Use it to uncover your lunar legacy and harness the power of the moon in your life. That's why I always tell people that it's so important. I mean, you might know, hey, I was born, in late November, or, the first few weeks of December, which makes me a Sagittarius. But do you know the rest of the planets or the zodiacs in your birth natal chart? Okay. I include a link in the description box so you can get your free birth natal chart. Not only do you need to know your sun sign, but your moon, your sun, all right, so your sun, moon, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, all right? All very helpful in knowing all that you are made up of, okay? You're not just a Sagittarius, you're part Gemini, because your polar opposite is Gemini, but your rising, your sun, your moon, and all those other things in your birth natal chart that make you your whole self, and might help you understand yourself even better if you know the other signs that you have in your birth natal chart. Okay, so take advantage of that. It's in the description box. Okay, so I've got some time frame messages for you. The first one that came out is next fall, and you know what? We just got finished talking about something happening in September or in the fall, right? Exactly. So, and then we've got next spring. This actually came in the crossing. So this is very strong energy. So something may occur next spring. Okay, this is an 11 card. 11 is a master number. And ones are all about new chapters, new beginnings, new opportunities. So you may encounter any of those things next spring, okay? And the fall card is a 3. So 3s are all about your support system and your creativity and your future goals and plans and all that other stuff. All right, so something could be happening next fall. All right, so I separated these cards right here, even though they belong to the same deck, because Sagittarius, let me tell you, when I was shuffling the cards, there are a few cards that came out over here, and then the rest of the cards all came out over here. And that tells me that these are separate energies. So we're going to start with the first set of energies for you. I've got self-care in reverse, which is telling me that somebody doesn't understand or care about practicing self-care. Okay? Whether that's meditation, exercise, bubble baths, praying, whatever it is that puts you back in harmony, this energy is unable or unwilling to take care of themselves. And then I've got somebody is in regret, maybe because they repressed some of their emotions, but as you can see by the profile picture that somebody is feeling some kind of way, and it's mostly regret, maybe. And I don't feel like this is your energy, to be honest with you. I don't feel like it's your energy. That's why I separated the energy. So somebody is feeling this, I would say 5 of Cups type of energy, like they regret that they missed an opportunity, they regret whatever happened or what they said or how they treated, something to that effect, okay? And that's because this person has a habit of repressing themselves, right? Which is not a good thing. And somebody may be reaching out to you, communicating. You might receive a message in a bottle, a text message, a smoke signal, something like that, okay? Yeah, this is ruled by Mercury energy, and Mercury is the planet for Gemini and Virgo, and Mercury is the planet of clear, concise communication as well as thought process, okay? So somewhere over the next few weeks or so, you may be receiving some form of communication. It could be from this person who's not taking care of themselves and lives in regret, okay? And this feels like your energy right here, okay? I've got divine intervention, okay? Spirit has provided you with some detours, in your life, and bought some storms where there needed to be storms in your life in order to detour you, take you out of a situation, put you in a situation. But all of this was divinely orchestrated, whatever that is, okay? The storms are all about lessons learned. And I've got trust. Everything happens or will happen in divine timing. There is no time in the spirit realm, only divine intervention and divine timing. Trust that spirit has been and is working on your behalf. Yeah, this is you right here. North Node, right? Vibing high, understanding and getting to know your higher self. North Node is going up. right? Being vibrationally, vibing at a higher, I don't know what word to use. You're vibrating higher. That's all I can say. South node is when you don't do the work. North node is you doing the work and you growing as a spiritual being. And I have that love is coming. We already mentioned Venus, right? Because of Taurus, but and it could be during Taurus season that, because this is the first 15 days of May that we're talking about, that you may receive a love offer. Somebody wants to give you your flowers. Somebody wants to offer you love, comfort, sex, sensuality, whatever it is, it's a good thing. Okay? All right. Is this, wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's angels. All right. So, what did the angels want you to know? Remain drama-free. There are no more wearing masks. There's no more faking the funk. There's no more bullshit, okay? From now on, it's strictly, excuse me. I feel like, and when stuff happens like this, when I'm channeling, it literally feels like somebody does not want me to say this. Somebody wants me to shut up, right? But I ain't gonna. Spirit wants you to remain drama-free. No more wearing masks. No more inviting people in your life that wear masks. Either you come correct, or you don't come at all. And that's friend, family, it don't matter who it is. Alright, we ain't playing that no more. And then the answer is no. The answer is no. You might have a question that you've been asking Spirit about, but the answer is no. And right here, this reminds me of the Seven of Wands, except the fact that she's not holding a stick in her hand. People coming towards you, and you going, no, no, stay back. I don't want, no, you're in my space, back up. I don't want to feel like I have to, back you up. Or this could also be you having to feel like you having to defend yourself because people are coming at you. And the answer is no. We are not playing these games no longer. All right, whatever this is, we ain't doing it. All right. So those are your angelic messages. And from your spirit team, I've got Dream Big. Dream Big. 2026 is the brand new start of a 10-year cycle. This is year 1. Okay? And what are your chapters going to look like? What is your first chapter going to look like, Sagittarius? Right? Spirit wants you to dream big. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Spirit wants you to dream big. Bigger than you've ever dreamed before. Wings strengthening by gazing at the horizon. And I've got seek balance. We've already seen a message already about you seeking balance with that panda, right? Balance, harmony, self-care. That's what this is. And then the crossing is very strong energy. Hopefully it's not maybe like a block that you may be having, but I've got physical healing. Maybe you're in the process of healing physically. Okay? It says, the body is a river, let the current cleanse it. So that might mean that for your physical healing, maybe take a salt bath or get in some salted water, something like that, and let the current, let the water cleanse your energy. Not only your body, but your energy as well. Okay? All right. Where do we go from here? Okay. I'm going to use this deck right here. Alright, Spirit, we're going to get into the tarot now for our Sagittarians. And Sag, I want to start off here with our major arcana cards, okay? The first one that came out for you is the Death card, okay? This is not about physical death. This is about death and rebirth, right? Allowing those things that no longer serve us to, figuratively speaking, die, or we put them to death. Thank you, Spirit. Or we put them to death, saying, I don't want this people, places, or thing in my life anymore. I'm putting it to death. I'm locking the door. And when you do that, you go through a rebirth and you come out the other side. And then you see other doors and windows opening up for you. Okay? Yeah. And it's also about, being obedient and paying attention and heeding the messages that Spirit is sending your way in order for you to grow. Not only do you have to do the work, but you have to protect your energy, your spirit, and who's in it and what's in it. Okay? I love that. Then I have the Justice card that came in reverse. I feel like you're doing a death and a rebirth, which includes things that did not bring you any fairness or brought you injustice. You're putting a death to this type of energy. If you can't come to me balanced, like these scales, you want to come unbalanced and bring me unfairness, right? Or energy that's not harmonious, I'm putting that shit to death. The answer is no, right? Because we ain't allowing no more drama, and that includes people that are unbalanced or not in harmony. We ain't allowing that energy in our space anymore. All right. And at the bottom of these decks, I got the Empress energy, which Sag, 9 times out of 10, you come across as this Empress energy, right? You wear a crown in the spirit realm. You are this Empress who can give birth to any and all things. No matter what it is you're trying to manifest, you can give birth to any and all things. You are royal in the spirit realm, okay? And the Empress represents Taurus energy. So, I don't know if you have Taurus somewhere in your birth natal chart, okay? But we are in Taurus season, and I know I've said the word Taurus a few times in this reading, okay? All right, and then what's really, really funny, or not funny here, is this card. What did we see here? No more disharmony, no more unbalanced energy, or people, or places, or things allowed. All right, if this energy can't come already in balance, then guess what? It don't need to be here at all. Fairness, justice, harmony. That's what this is all about. This is also Libra energy, okay? The Libra is the equalizer of the zodiac, keeping everything and everyone in balance, okay? But you got 2 justices in the reverse, okay? All right. So let's move on to your reading, your tarot. All right, Spirit. What do you, Spirit, want Sagittarius to know now and over the next 2 weeks as we roll into May? What do you want them to know? What's the general energy? What are the most important messages? All right, what does Sagittarius not see in the energy at the bottom of the deck? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could be, well, knights are messengers, and they're also warriors. You might have somebody riding up on their white horse offering you a cup of love, a cup of affection. Might want to take you on a date, romance you. Okay, that's the Knight of Cups. I love that. Being chivalrous and all that other good stuff, treating you like the king or queen that you are. Okay? All right. So that's what you don't see. All right? And everybody's at different phases of these stories, so I don't know where you're at. Okay. So, Spirit, what's the current energy for Sag? Page of Wands, and we'll go over all of these when I get them on the table. Queen of Cups. Eight of Wands. Judgment. One last one, Spirit. The Hermit. Okay. Let's go over these real quick, and then we'll get some clarifying cards for them. Page of Wands. Pages are students, and you know, it's fresh new energy, so it could be a fresh new idea that you have, because wands are fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and wands are inspired ideas, goals, things that you're trying to manifest. Okay, so as this page, maybe you're learning, so maybe you're getting a new something that you're passionate about, that you want to go, that you want to pursue. It could also be somebody offering you this wand, and it could be a passionate new start. Okay, why? Because you're this Queen of Cups, loving Queen of Cups, nurturing, warm. People love being in your presence because you're so loving and nurturing. Okay, yeah. And she's very spiritually, it looks like she has a church inside of her cup, so she's also very spiritually intelligent or balanced as well. Okay, she knows where her power comes from. Okay, and yeah, so I like that. I like that a lot. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. Eights of Wands is you having ideas or something that you're passionate about, that you're ready to go straight towards it. Whether it's a goal, a dream, an aspiration, an inspiration, whatever it is, you're ready to go full speed ahead. All right? What judgment calls do you need to make here? Yeah, the judgment is all about self-realizations, making better choices, using discernment, yeah, and being clear on what you stand on. Okay, because I don't know if you're currently in this hermit mode. I know whenever I do readings for myself, the hermit always comes up because I've been in hermit mode for the longest time. And the hermit mode is just about going inward and evaluating life and what's happened thus far in your life. You know what I'm saying? And where you want to go from here. It's solitude. It's being introspective, getting that inner wisdom from spirit. Okay, where's my other deck at? Sometimes stuff it'll be right in my face and I still don't even see it. Okay, we're gonna use this deck right here. Why not? Why not? Why not? All right. So, Spirit, we need to clarify some of these cards for our beautiful Sagittariuses. Please allow us to get clarification on some of this energy, please and thank you, for our Sagittarians. Let's go ahead and cut the cards. What's on the bottom? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is, well, swords are all about thoughts and words. It's that air energy. And the Eight of Swords, some of you may feel like you feel stuck. You feel stuck in a situation. Some of you could be in denial even, or maybe feeling helpless, like you're stuck in a situation that you can't seem to find your way out of. Okay? And you know what? The Eight of Swords, or swords in general, could indicate overthinking a situation, overthinking it so much that you trip yourself up, or you get mentally trapped in your thoughts, right? Which could create some form of self-sabotage. So if that's what you're doing, Sag, find your way into your own energy, that temperate energy, that keep calm, relaxed type of energy, spirits working in the background. You don't have to overthink everything. And there are solutions if you're feeling trapped and helpless and can't get out of a situation. Stay in that hermit mode until you hear from spirit, so you can make that judgment call on what direction you need to go in. Okay? All right. So off the top, what is this page? Wait, I'm gonna shuffle these. What is this Page of Wands, Spirit? What does this Page of Wands mean for Sag? What does this Page of Wands mean? Okay. Ten of Cups. I have a Ten of Cups in the reverse, right? Maybe getting a new offer with this Page of Wands. After you've gone through some sort of breakup or separation or something like that. The Ten of Cups upright is the ultimate love. And this is no longer having that love, a breakup or something to that effect. All right. So you may be getting a new offer, a passion, or finding your own passions after a breakup or a separation. Okay. Interesting. What does this Ten of Cups in reverse mean? What does this Ten of Cups in reverse mean for Sagittarius, Holy Spirit? Oh, okay. Why are these in reverse? Are these cards in reverse? Nope. Are you sure or not? Okay. So I got a Queen of Swords in reverse, and you know, the Queen of Swords upright, that's that air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this Queen of Swords is somebody who might not have been seeing things very clearly, okay? Because the Queen of Swords upright, she sees everything clear and concise, okay? You can't bullshit her, all right? But this Queen of Swords in reverse could have been subject to... could have been subjected to not seeing things for what they were, what they are, seeing things clearly, maybe under illusions or delusions about a situation, people, places, or things, okay? Yeah. But I feel that is changing. I really feel like that is changing for you, Sag, okay? Alright, so Queen of Cups. What does this Queen of Cups mean? What is this Queen of Cups for Sagittarius now and over the next few weeks? What is this Queen of Cups? Whoa. Give it to me, Spirit. I've got Seven of Swords. Yes. Yes. I love this. I really love this. Hold on. I really love this because... Well, okay, let me just start off by saying that any of these cards, they all have several different meanings depending on how they come out, okay? The Seven of Swords has more than one meaning like all the rest of the cards. A lot of the times, the Seven of Swords upright is somebody or an energy that cannot be trusted, somebody who is a liar, a cheater, a fraud, a manipulator, that type of energy that cannot be trusted, okay? But under this Queen of Cups, I have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and this energy, the jig is up, okay? The jig is up. There's no more of this type of energy any longer for this Queen of Cups, meaning you, Sagittarius. You're not dealing with this, with any type of energy that's manipulative, deceitful, a liar, a cheater, any of that. You're done, okay? It's only about truth and clarity from now on. All right, cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. What else? What is the Seven of Swords in reverse, Spirit, for Sag? What is this? Give me one more clarifying card for this, please, and thank you. Oh, okay. I just saw this card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a feeling of loss, okay? It's a feeling of worry. It's a feeling of being disappointed. And I really do feel that if there was any sort of Seven of Swords energy in your life, somebody who was a liar, a cheater, a thief, any of that stuff, I feel like it created a lot of disappointment and a feeling of you feeling unsupported in that situation with that type of energy, okay? And for you, that feeling of feeling balanced is very, very important, okay? So you might have been like, okay, you don't want to work together because the Three of Pentacles is working together. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Whether you're a couple or whether you're on the job working with a group of people. So you said, all right, you don't want to work together? Fine. You know what? I'm going to leave these Three Pentacles on the ground, and I'm going to take these Two Pentacles of mine, and I'm going to go find some harmony and some peace elsewhere. How about that? Okay? All right. Let me turn my fan on. All right. Thank you. All right. So now on to the Eight of Wands. Fast-moving energy going towards something. Maybe in a hurry or very quickly, or maybe something is coming towards you with this quick, fast Eight of Wands. What is this Eight of Wands, Spirit, for Sagittarius? Wow, that's too many cards. What does this Eight of Wands indicate? Whoa, okay, thank you. Ace of Swords, yeah. Ace of Swords, baby. Truth and clarity. This could be energy coming towards you to give you some truth and clarity, or you may be going towards something else to get this truth and clarity. The Ace of Swords is illumination, okay? There's no more of this Queen of Swords in reverse shit. There's no more of that. I don't see things clearly, you know, or being snowballed by somebody, believing their illusions or the illusions that they created or delusions or whatever. There's no more of that. There's only truth and clarity here. Okay. And what else? What is this Ace of Swords about for Sag? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're taking your time, baby. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the entire deck. This knight just doesn't jump on their horse and just take off all willy-nilly. This knight is like, oh, let me just take my time and let me just suss out the situation. Let me see what this is all about before I move any further or before I make any decisions on this, right? because I don't want anything to affect my happiness. I don't want anything to affect my abundance. None of that. All right. Ooh, I like it. All right, Judgment. What is Judgment? What is this Judgment card for Sagittarius, Spirit? What is this Judgment card for Sag? Okay. The Hierophant. Okay. I have a Hierophant in reverse. All right, here's more Taurus energy for you, by the way. So somebody has Taurus. If you have Taurus in your birth natal chart, or there's some Taurus energy intermingled with yours, Sagittarius, and the Hierophant, this is how do you explain the Hierophant? This is the Hierophant upright is all of those things that you learned as a child growing up, your core value system, your traditions, all that stuff that you were taught by your parents and they were taught by their parents, and so on and so on, and so all these traditions, like religious beliefs and all that stuff that gets carried on from one generation to the next, right? But I have a Hierophant in reverse here, Sagittarius, and I feel as if you are questioning or re-examining some of those belief systems that you once used to have. Whether it doesn't matter what it's about. It could be about you, whomever, whatever, it doesn't matter. I feel like you're re-examining the way that you feel or think about certain things in your life. You may not stand on those same core values any longer. Okay? And I feel that with that being the case, you will be making some judgment calls about that. Okay? And one more for this Hierophant in reverse. One more for the Hierophant in reverse, Spirit. What is it? What do you have? Okay. Wow, did you see that? It just turned right there in my hand. Six of Pentacles. This is equal give and take. Equal give and take. This is good fortune. This is generosity. This is you getting back what you put out there. That's what it is. Right? That's what it is. Okay. And last, we've got the Hermit. What is this Hermit about for? Wow. Okay. What do we got here? We got two cards. So these, hold on. Okay. So both of these cards came in the crossing, in crossing, okay? And crossing energy, like I said, is either very strong energy that you need to pay attention to, or this energy could be creating a block for you, or there may be a blockage for you getting to this energy. All right, I hope that made sense. All right, first one out is Nine of Pentacles. This is you. This is you as this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, very strong energy. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who, you may be solo dolo, Sagittarius, but you are abundant AF. Let me tell you. In every way, in all ways, you are abundant. And people will look at you like you are wish fulfillment. You check all the boxes, okay? And then I've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, you know, you having the freedom, you being single here as this Nine of Pentacles, you having the ability to pursue any dream, any goal, any vision that you have. You are free to move around the cabin and go anywhere that you want because you have the freedom to do so. There's nothing tying you down. Okay? All right. I love that. But this helps that you are or will be going inward and doing some self-realizations and taking stock of things in your life and what's happening in your life. Okay? I like it. This is a good reading, Sag. Yeah, and I keep seeing the strength card keeps showing up on the bottom. This Leo energy, you being strong, intestinal fortitude, all right, spiritual strength. There you go. I love it. All right, so listen, Spirit. Let me get one or two final spiritual messages. What are the wait a minute. Final spiritual advice from this deck. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take all these because there's a book of them. So I'm going to take this card that actually came out. The Fool card. The Fool is card 0 out of 21. And the Fool represents you taking a leap of faith and you starting a brand new chapter. That's what it means. Starting at square 0. But you know that your faith and spirit, that you ain't gonna fall and you ain't gonna falter. Okay? I love it. Yeah. Stay committed to the journey. Stay committed to yourself with this 8 of Pentacles. Stay committed to what brings you happiness and joy, Sagittarius. All right? And finally, oh no, we're not final. Oh, this is next to the final card. And you are releasing, this could be the last 10 years of your life, because this is a 10 card. You are releasing any disappointment, heartbreak, the nights you stayed up crying, all of this pain you are putting an end to. This is the end of that chapter. You're done with that. And you are going into the Sun. Another 10 card. The Sun is all about fertility, abundance, blessings, triple time. Okay? And this is also Leo energy. Go towards the Sun and leave this energy behind. Alright, so final card that I need to get for you is your final universal message. Spirit, what's the final universal message for our Sagittarians now and until mid-month? I only need the most important one. What do you have? Alright, Sag, it says, when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. And I love this message because it also emphasizes this Hierophant in reverse. You re-examining some of those core belief systems, and maybe some of those core belief systems have to do with how you feel about yourself and how you see yourself. Okay? Yeah. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path, Sagittarius. All right? And with that being said, that is the end of your reading. Remember, be this panda full of wisdom, self-care, harmony and balance and happiness, inner wisdom. Okay? All right. So all the way from the ATL, thank you so much, my Sagittarian brothers and sisters out there. I love you. I hope you got something out of this reading. Very, very powerful reading. Remember, keep it drama free, baby. Keep it drama free. And love is coming to you Sagittarius. You might hear from somebody from the past that's got some real bad energy, but you know what the answer to that is? Hail to the now. All right, peace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.